Okay, guys, so I wanted to quickly um, put out a video and do a disclaimer on the garlic spray that I was using for the squirrels. I had mentioned yesterday that it was keeping the white little crazy cabbage looper moth away from my kale, and well, that only worked for a couple hours and they were back at it. So I did go back through with my spray of rosemary and mint and spray everything. And of course, that is working. That is my go to spray. And that seems to work every time. So my kale is fine today. The white moth has been around, just hovered and left. So, um, so just, I guess quickly, I'll do a real quick little garden tour. So my kale is doing really great. The varieties that don't like the heat as much are kind of sad today because it's a little warm today here in Maryland, Zone 7A, and but they're weathering through. But the kale is doing great. I'm probably going to do a little bit of a harvest on them this weekend and cook up some greens because I have kale everywhere, as you can see. This is my old faithful. This kale has been growing for like 3 years. I've really kind of pruned it back over the winter. But this one, we've been obviously eating on that one for quite some time. This one's 3 years old, but the younger ones in here, they suffered a lot from the cabbage loopers in the fall. And so yeah, so I have all pretty much newer kale in here now from last fall, and they're doing pretty good. Those kale are doing pretty good. These kale are gonna have to come out because this bed right here is my squash bed, and my carrots, the squirrels completely killed my carrots off. So I'm trying again. I have some carrot seed in there again, but they didn't really come up because I think the one little baby one right there. Squirrels get me. They get me all the time. I've tried garlic spray, I've tried pepper, red pepper, all kinds of stuff, and the squirrels just won't leave my stuff alone. These are my tomato pots. They are ready when my tomatoes are seeding inside. This is my green bean plot. I don't know how many of the actual seeds that that the squirrels have gotten. There's a few kale plants over there on that side. That's going to be a flower. I've been cleaning up a lot of the stuff back here, getting ready for my planting when the warm weather stays around. Those are my cucumber bins that go on the arch trellis right there. So I've been just doing a lot of cleaning out here and stuff. That's going to be a flower, more cucumbers on this side to go over the trellis. Like I said, those are my kale bins, and I have another trellis for cantaloupe and watermelon. So my raspberry plants starting to come back. In this bed is going to be my peppers. I've given up on spinach. It doesn't seem to work for me. So we're just going to let the kale grow, and then my pepper plants are going to go here, my sweet peppers, my California Wonders, and then in the back row, of course, are my larger tomato plants. There's going to be 4 of them back there. And of course, my pot waiting for my jalapenos is ready. It's waiting. That's going to be another tomato back there. My cherry and Roma pots you've already seen that are over there. My gardenia bush hasn't bloomed yet. I think they bloom a little bit later. Up here, you see a few kale plants in here that are going to have to come out because these are actually, I grow 2 pepper plants up here, and then I grow some smaller cherry tomato plants up here, like my tiny Tims and stuff that go up here. And I usually grow in these 2 pots right here, I usually grow a squash plant, like 1 squash plant in each. And then I have my strawberries that are coming back to life from winter, and then I have my lettuce bins, my romaine over there, and then you see they're all covered up because the squirrels are just relentless. So things are coming together up here. My herb pots are starting to come back to life. My thyme and sage, and there's one little baby strawberry plant right there I had planted for a friend, but then left it at home when I was going to drop it off to her. And then I have my cilantro coming up, my rosemary, and my parsley, which has actually been growing all winter. Parsley is kind of forgiving in the cold weather. So you used to see the older leaves right here that got frozen and when it froze a little bit, but my parsley's doing good. My chives have all died, so I'm going to replant those. And then I have my mint inside, but there's mint coming up in a lot of these pots out here. There's some mint coming up here. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then there's some mint coming up in the strawberries around in different spots. And then I also have some mint down in this garden plot here that's also coming up. So I'm not sure if I'm going to actually plant a mint pot this year because I have mint coming up in different places. So anyway, that is the garden for this year, and my little owl over there that does absolutely nothing to scare the squirrels. All right, guys, well, that was just a little quick tour of what's going on here, and all this to say, I'm going to try to start posting a lot more. I had made some seeding videos, but I wasn't able to get it posted, and I got a new phone and lost those videos, so that didn't happen. So anyway, so much for seeding videos, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try a little better to do more videos. But like I always say, never think you don't have enough space to garden, because where there is a will, there is way. I have very small space, very little space, but I end up doing a lot and getting a lot in my little space. So, grow something, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.